What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Timezone Derby Podcast. Boys, how are we?
Mate, I am amazing. This is just great. I've had a great week of football.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good. It was a pretty good week. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
Amazing
as you
results,
guys
good
as you guys can
upsets.
see, there is no Adam. He disappeared. So we've got my boy Josh on here.
Hey, mate.
He's making his debut.
Hey, guys. What's up, guys?
So what's the best place to start? You know, it would have been. I would have loved to talk about Barcelona.
Barca,
I would have loved to
Barcelona.
talk about Barcelona, but yeah, but Adam's not here, so we can't really make fun of him as
I
much.
guess let's just. I mean, I'm pretty sure we all watched the highlights, right? Let's just like
I watched the
briefly.
game. I watched the game. Yeah.
You watched the game. I didn't watch the game. I watched the highlights. So let's just briefly go over it. First of all, I
Um,
want to point out all their goals were the same. All of Sevilla's goals,
except the penalty.
except the penalty. They just ran down the line, passed it to the middle, and then just tapped it in.
Yeah, Barcelona, especially in that first half, were absolutely terrible. They didn't even look like a professional football team in that
You
first
know,
half.
you know what I want to add? Lamine Yamal is like the opposite of Salah, right? Hear me out. Salah does absolutely nothing with the ball, but can finish. Lamine Yamal can do everything with the ball, but can't finish. If you add those two players together, you got a world-class player. But between the two of them, they're not that good.
But Lamine Yamal's not that good.
Nah,
Well,
he's
okay, because
overrated.
he's. I mean, at the end of the day, Lamine Yamal just takes like 30 shots a game and scores one at most. Like, it's
Mate, you know who else does that? Eze.
who?
All
And
right,
is Eze
right.
one of the best
Okay,
players
no.
in the
Why are
world?
we? Why
Anyway, Barcelona were fucking terrible. They were absolutely,
terrible?
they're absolutely horrendous. Sevilla got the early penalty. They were ripping them to shreds in that first half, and then they score a second goal. And when Rashford scored it, it was a good finish. I thought, you know what, Barca have been absolutely terrible, but I wouldn't be surprised if at 2-1, like they can come back and win it. You know?
Yeah, and
And it got worse in the second half. It continued. I thought Barcelona got a little bit better. Lewandowski missed that penalty, which is embarrassing considering that he did nothing the entire game.
dude, he didn't even get it on target, man.
Yeah, like if you're a striker and you're having an off game, like you're not really doing anything, you gotta and you get a penalty, you gotta at least score the penalty.
I
And he
also
didn't
You
even do
have
that.
to.
I also argue, and this is the reason why I don't think Barcelona actually have that much of a shout in the Champions League. There's no point of playing a high line with not that good defenders. If your defenders aren't that good, you can't play a high line. It doesn't work like that.
I think
And the
Or
defenders
quick,
aren't that
or
good.
quick. Their defenders aren't
They're
quick
quick.
either.
A couple of them are quick. Like Koundé's all right.
Well,
He's got a bit of pace to him. Balde's pretty quick, but
well,
Kubasi is a
Kvaratskhelia slow.
Kabasi is a slow young defender who's good on the ball. Yes, he's good on the ball, but he can't play a high line. If you played him in a Real Madrid system, he would be even better than he is now. In my personal opinion.
Yeah, and the thing is, like Kubasi's another one. I think Kubasi's actually all right. Like he's not amazing. He's not as good as Barca fans make him out to be, but he's actually like not too bad. But that system leaves him out to dry. Like the high line, he's not built for it. He's
Did
not built
you
for the high
did you
line.
did you guys know that in the bookies, so like in the betting sheet, Barcelona were the favorites to win the Champions League, all the way up until they lost to PSG, and then still were tied with PSG to be the favorites for the Champions League.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean,
That's just
I don't
outrageous.
think I don't think they're gonna win it. I don't think they can win it playing that football because they got exposed in the semi-finals. Inter aren't even that good a side last year, yet they still scored 7 goals. Like that's
Well, no, I wouldn't say that Barcelona were bad. I mean, because
no,
Barcelona
but no,
were
but they weren't. But they got exposed. Like the defense got
no,
exposed.
dude. Okay, yes, Ekis, but like three out of the four goals came from the fullbacks, and they were both missing, both their starters. That's like if y'all were missing Califury and Timber.
Carl
It's
Fiore's not
huge.
even good.
He's your
Yeah.
starter.
Anyway, I
Well,
think
anyways,
that
the
that
point is, I think
defense that
Barca.
defense got exposed. It got exposed. It's just the system. Like if you were to tell a Barcelona fan before that, you're up against Inter, who don't score that many goals, but they defend very very well. If you told them that they're up against that Inter side and that they would score 6 goals across both legs, you think, oh yeah, we're winning. No, because the other high line, and it cooked them against PSG. It exposed them against PSG. They were terrible in that second half, but they still could have gotten away with a draw if Flick just didn't play that shitty high line. And
I think I think that yeah, I don't think Flick is the man for the job. He's good. I think he's good, but I don't think he's good enough.
Yeah, you
You know what I
can't.
mean?
It's not. He's not a long-term manager. Like because he's eventually he's going to get figured out, and it's not going to work.
I also think that Lamine Yamal has such a high. He does have such a high like stratosphere that he can push into, like to be one of the better players of our generation. And I do think he's good, but I also think that he makes stupid life decisions that'll end up putting him in the realms of players who push out and become really good when they're young, and then just like kind of fade out because of the stuff they do outside of football. Like,
I
yeah,
don't,
I think he's a great player, but he
I
just
don't
has
think
so
it's
much.
got anything to do with that. I think it's just he plays too much, and he's going to get run down eventually.
Yeah,
No,
but
I
when
don't
you
think that's the issue because I mean he wants to play that much. Like it's up to him at the end of the day. If he wants to not get called up for an international break, which I think he faked an injury to not get called up, which I
Oh yeah,
understand.
yeah, I agree.
But like,
I
I mean,
understand why, because Spain playing for the full 90 every single game.
yeah, no, and I mean Spain, like they don't need him to qualify to the World Cup, So like, I definitely understand where he's coming from. Plus, Barcelona have to lock in, and they need Lamine Yamal to also show up in the next couple of games after two big losses, one in the Champions League and one in La Liga.
Yeah, I think it's
Rough
just
week.
pretty funny that, that Barcelona team that was getting so much hype for their incredible front three. And yeah, like they had players out. I just think it's so funny that like, Rashford was their only player that looked half decent in that game. I think that's pretty funny.
I just don't.
Yeah,
I've
no.
I've said this for ages. I just don't think Lewandowski's good enough
No,
right
he's
now.
not. He's not. Like he scored goals because it's easy to score goals in Flick's system.
I mean, he's a number 9 playing off arguably two of the best playmakers in world football right now. And like, yeah, I agree. I think Lamine Yamal's a great playmaker. I also think Pedri's a great playmaker. I just don't think that they have the finishing ability in either of them.
Yeah.
And then you're sticking all that finishing press onto Lewa, who's old, and I don't really like hate on him. I don't think it's his fault, but like
He's just finished. He's just old.
he's just played for so long that like there's going to be an end to everyone's career. Like you can't all be Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Well, Harry Kane's only like 32 now.
Yeah, but bro, Harry Kane looks.
Dude,
Yeah, Harry
that was
Harry,
like
Harry Kane.
39.
Harry Kane's the most timeless footballer I've ever seen. The guy will just go forever.
He's the yeah. Anyway,
The way it's so timeless. The way he plays, he's so slow anyway. It doesn't make a difference. His legs could be half gone. He'd still be Harry Kane who just taps it in the bottom corner.
but yeah, I also think Barcelona have kind of been riding their luck a little bit too hard to start the season. Like they have had a few other games where they concede early and they don't really play like the most convincing. So then they come back and nick a win. And then I just you can't. It's what we were saying about Liverpool earlier in the season. Like you can't just rely on that. And I do think they have to have some like proper performances because a result like this, it was coming with the shit defending, they're not playing that well, scoring all those second half goals after conceding. Like this has actually been coming. And look, I wouldn't say, look, Sevilla did score 2 goals like after the 90th minute, but I actually don't think 4-1 is that flattering to them because they actually did dominate them in the first half. They could have been 2 or 3 goals up in the first half, and it was only 2-1. So I wouldn't even say that Barcelona deserved a bit more than the 4-1 loss because they were actually quite shit.
I agree, but I also think, I mean, if you watch Barca last season, you'd know Inigo Martinez was a big part of their defensive work last season.
I don't even think he's that good either.
I think losing him definitely.
It's not that
he has to adapt.
It's not that he's that good a
it.
player.
He has to
it's just
change
that he
it.
used to hold the line. Like he's
exactly.
Yeah.
He was the experienced player that helped Cubarsí out, and now he doesn't have that. They have Araujo at the back who's just causing error after error.
Like Barca fans are crying, oh, why didn't Araujo start against PSG? And then he starts and he concedes a penalty.
It causes a penalty. Like, dude, Araujo.
I just think Araujo is the most undisciplined player ever. He just has no discipline whatsoever.
He's like
he's got a lot
minus
of
the
talent
defending.
because he's got a lot of talent because he's insanely strong. He's huge.
He's
quick. It's just
he's
the brain.
He's good at defending, but yeah, he's dumb. He fouls.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think maybe we should move on to the big game of the week.
Stay in La Liga for a bit because I also watched the Real Madrid game. I thought the first half was pretty cagey. I didn't think that they were great. I thought that they were, they had a few chances, but they weren't playing, this scintillating football. And then Vinny scores the luckiest goal I've ever seen. And this isn't me shitting on Vinny because Vinny actually played a really good game. Like I don't rate Vinny that highly.
What, the deflection?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that just happens in football.
Yeah, and then the second goal, like it was a penalty, and he literally just puts it straight to the keeper and it goes through. And like neither of those should have been conceded. Neither of those should have been conceded. But I did think Vinny was deserving of the man of the match because, especially in the second half, like he absolutely rinsed that fullback.
The problem with Vinny is that Vinny is so overly inconsistent, and he's such a one man team. Like he tries to be such a one man team. So when you add people like Mbappe and stuff to the mix, and he can't just do his own thing,
Yeah.
and whereas Mbappe also wants to do his own thing, and then you got Bellingham in the middle who wants to do his own thing, and you got a whole team of people who want to do their own thing, except for Valverde who just kind of does whatever.
Yeah.
You got a team full of stars who don't want to work as a team.
Yeah, and Vinny had a great game, I thought. The red card, though, that second yellow was one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. He taps him on the face. Vinny goes down like Vinny. That's what he always does. He always, acts and dives and does all that shit, which is like fine. And then he actually gets a second yellow. Like, I don't know how, but that's not even a foul. That's literally not even a foul, and he gets sent off for it. Absolute disgrace. And the thing is, Villarreal was trying to get back into the game. Like I don't know how to pronounce his name, the Georgian guy that plays for them. He scored a ridiculous
goal. He didn't even hit him in the face. He didn't even touch his face.
I know, he literally...
He just tapped him.
Yeah, like he scores a banger. He scores a banger, and Villarreal was starting to have a couple of chances. Like, they're actually starting to get back in the game. Maybe they get something, and then typical Madrid fashion, they just get bailed out by a terrible refereeing decision, and then Mbappe scores and they win. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the game. They looked good. Then Villarreal got back into it, and Madrid kind of got bailed out. Vinny was the clear man of the match. Even though both his goals were pretty lucky, he was still the best player on the pitch, I thought.
Well, I reckon we should hop over to the Premier League.
Yeah, who cares about La Liga, bro?
The good old Premier League. I watched every game this week.
How'd you watch every game?
Well, obviously when there's goal rush on, it's a bit different, but I switch between the three depending on what game looks like it's more interesting and what's pushing on. I'm not going to sit there and watch a team.
I guess we could start with your team.
No. We'll start with Bournemouth Fulham, which is the first game of the week.
No one cares about that.
No, dude. We're talking about the like.
No. Just give me a sec, guys. Let's just wait a second.
Fine.
All right. Semenyo is the best left winger in the Prem by a mile.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
That's not
that who? Okay, just
Doku.
stop.
He's had a better season than him.
Doku is not better than Semenyo right now.
He's not.
He doesn't even.
Let's so good,
mate. Doku didn't even start for his team this week. What are we talking about? He was on the bench,
dude. Because it was against Brentford. We didn't need our starters.
You only won 1-0. Anyway, besides the point.
Yeah, without our starters.
Semenyo every single week so far this year has looked like the best player on the pitch no matter what team he's versing.
Yeah, he's been insane.
I haven't watched one game and gone, wow, Semenyo's not the best player on the pitch. He just looks like the best player on the pitch. He's physical. His dribbling's good. His ball control's good. His striking is amazing. His first touch is good. He's not the most flashy player in the world, but he's like the left wing. He's like a left wing Salah with a little bit more physical.
Wait, you have Semenyo, but then you're comparing him to Salah.
No, in finishing wise and like assisting wise, he's very similar to the way that Salah plays. Just a bit more inside.
He's saying that Semenyo
forward.
Gets a lot of output, which he does. He has like 6
play
goals,
as wide,
3 assists this season.
Like likes to push into the middle a little bit more. That's what Salah does. He's done that for years now. And
I'm so annoyed. I was going to bring him in my FPL team, but I missed the deadline. And then he gets 2 goals and an assist. I was fuming.
All right.
It was a great performance.
The next game of the week. Fulham were terrible also, by the way. Fulham was probably one of the worst looking teams that day that I've seen.
Let's talk about your team against your other team. Your 2 favorite teams.
Oh, yeah, true. So I don't actually think Leeds were that much worse than Spurs.
No, I just think that was a smash and grab, bro.
I just think
Tottenham are lucky.
I just think Dominic Calvert-Lewin is the worst player to ever touch a football in his life. Actually, I disagree. I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin is good at every single part of football except shooting. And he's a striker, which is a big problem. He gets in space well. He can push past the defender. He's physical. He knows like good options. He drops in the pass to his teammates. He does all that. And then the ball, one-on-one with the keeper, he just can't finish. He just can't do it. He struggles. Okafor is a great signing this year. As a Leeds fan, every time I watch Okafor, I go, he's our only chance of scoring this week, unless we have like a banger from one of our dams, like Longstaff, who will just chuck it out the side of his foot and put it in the top corner. But like Okafor is our only front attacking player that I go, he could score today. The rest of them, I have no faith in.
I mean, look, I guess we'll talk about Tottenham as well. Last few weeks, they haven't really looked great. I mean, they were terrible against Wolves. They were only really good in the second half against Brighton, and then they were absolutely terrible against Bodo Glimt as well.
Yeah.
So look, I think for them, it's just going to be about wins because Tottenham always struggle before the international break. So, I mean, they'll be happy to win, but they weren't great. I thought Leeds were a bit unlucky to lose that.
I think Kudus is really putting Spurs on his back right now.
He's amazing. So good.
I think if you bring someone like a Madison back into that team, it would help Kudus out a lot.
Yeah, that is one thing you do have to remember. They've got injuries. Like they've got their two best strikers are both out. They've got no Kulusevski. They've got no Madison.
Well, to be honest with you, I don't even think Matthias Tell played that bad. I actually think he played all right.
He looked good. He actually looked good.
I think he was all right.
I'm not a fan, but he looked all right.
I'm very confused on why Spurs have 4 strikers signed.
Because Tell, I don't think they really view Tell as a striker. I think they want him more they view him more as a winger. I think
that's fine, but then
you've
still got 3.
Richarlison's awful.
So you've got Richarlison, Solanke, Kolomouani, and Matthias Tell, and like honestly, if I was to play with Kudus and I wanted one player, I would probably play Kolomouani, just a big striker in the box, got a bit of presence to him.
I think. And it's difficult because Solanke, I mean, he's been out for so long and he just had another surgery.
I do like Solanke every time I watch him, and I like the way that he plays the football. Like he's very like touch and go, like will pass around with his teammates, like drops in a little bit. But I just don't know with Kudus, like players like Kudus who really just take the attack by himself and like put it in the box and always creating something for you. If you want someone really small and not really like, I don't know. I just don't know if Solanke's the best option anymore as a striker.
Fair enough. I mean, he wasn't great last season. He really wasn't.
I think he just won a hard 9.
Yeah, like I rated the Kolomouani signing when they made it because he's definitely a player they needed. Like Tell isn't proven, and then Richarlison is awful.
I just think Richarlison. I think the reason why Richarlison had a good start to the season this year is because Richarlison. If you tell Richarlison, hey, stand in front of goal, shoot ball, he'd be like, okay. But then if you like try to complicate things to him, he's like a dumbass and can't do anything else.
Because he's like on the ball, he's like absolutely horrible. Like he trips over the ball more than actually like.
But if you're just like, hey, Richarlison, stand in front of the goal and then shoot, he's like,
he's a decent finisher. Like he's got a really good goal catalogue.
No, 100%.
He just isn't a good footballer.
I agree.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it on Tottenham. I mean, they're 3rd in the league table, even though they haven't been playing that well. And they probably didn't deserve to beat Leeds, but they'll take it.
Okay, on the next game, to be fair, you can talk about it if you want, but I think it was just an Arsenal dominance the whole time. I don't think there's much special stuff about the game.
I wouldn't say it was dominance. It was control. Like, we didn't concede any chances. There was the one full Krug header in, like, the first minute. Outside of that, West Ham literally had nothing. Like, Rayo was sitting on the ground twiddling with his thumbs. He literally didn't have to do anything.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I mean, we didn't create a whole lot of chances. Like, Eze had his open goal that he somehow missed. I don't know how he misses that. He has to score. And then the 2 goals, I mean, Rice's goal, it was a rebound. Like, cool. And then Saka's penalty just wasn't a penalty. The foul was outside the box. So, look, we deserved to win because we scored and we really didn't ever look like we were going to come close to conceding outside of the first minute. West Ham were terrible. Like, they defended well for like a lot of the game.
Yeah.
But they literally created absolutely nothing. And look, that's what this team's been doing for a while. We've been controlling games very well. We don't concede many chances at all. But I mean, that's not the thing I'm worried about. It's against these mid blocks. Will we be able to consistently create clear-cut chances, score enough goals that we can beat them consistently? Because that's what we struggle.
I think your biggest problem is that, like, I didn't even know this until this year, but Gyökeres is just not that fast. And he's also he's a bit physical, but everyone was like, oh, he's like a Haaland. He can push them around, like kind of. He's just not.
Yeah, look, he has not started great. I'm not going to pretend he has. Scored against two shitty teams. I do think there was. I do think he was kind of getting a little bit overhated in like the Newcastle game was one, and there was he looked quite good in the Champions League too.
He was atrocious against United.
Oh, that was like his debut. He was absolutely terrible, and he was slowly starting to get involved in the game a little bit more. Like his link up play was kind of improving. It's not a strength of his, but look, I do want to give him the benefit of the doubt because we don't create nearly enough chances for him. Like he is left out to dry. He runs his ass off. He works so hard, but he doesn't have the technical quality to get involved if we're not giving him the ball in good positions.
I think also the interesting part, just to segue on to the next game as well, is that obviously you guys were in a race between Gyökeres and Sesko, and in the last two games, to be honest with you, Sesko's looked dangerous as a striker. He's up in the air for balls. Sesko in the last two games, I don't know if you've watched him, but in the last two games, Sesko is on everything. He's just on stuff. In the air, against
Brentford, he was not good against Brentford. He scored a tap in from a
it was a bad goal, but at least
he didn't do anything in that game.
In forms of United and strikers and what they've had, he looks like he has the ability to do stuff. He looks like
I'm not a fan. And look, Gyökeres hasn't been good either. I'm not going to pretend Gyökeres has been good, but I just think it's a pointless debate to have because they've both not started well. I don't think either of them have started well.
Well, what I find really crazy about all this, and this is just a bit off topic, but Newcastle had 3 strikers stolen off them, and then they've got this random German guy who looks to be the best striker out of all of them.
Bro, he's 6'6" and is one of the best dribblers.
He dribbles like Messi. Like,
Waltermed is 6'6".
Yeah,
he's huge and he's so techie. He's ridiculously techie.
There's no way he's 6'6" and he's dribbling like that.
I'm not even lying with you. I think he's a better dribbler than Ekitike.
Yeah, he is.
Well, Ekitike's been great as well.
Waltermade is 2 meters tall. That's
taller than Van Dijk, no?
He's almost the same height as Dan Burn.
Dude, this guy's insane. What?
That's actually fucked.
He's been great. Walterman's been amazing. He's scoring every chance he gets.
Yeah. One other thing I do want to add about the Arsenal game, I've been ever since that Man City game, I've been so happy because it seems like Arteta's finally starting to lift the handbrake off. Like that was my biggest criticism of him so far this season, that he just goes into some certain games too scared. And like our lineup against West Ham, it was beautiful. You had Eze and Ødegaard in the midfield. It was just great to see, and it's so annoying that Ødegaard got that MCL injury because the few games he's played this season, even though he's been subbed off with an injury 3 times already, 3 consecutive Premier League games, which is just so unlucky. He's actually very, very good.
What? I argue, this is my argument. I agree that I think he's been playing good. I really do. I think he has been playing amazing. I think he's been better than usual. He's really stepping up. But I actually almost think that this injury is a blessing in disguise for your team, because I think Eze is now going to get pushed into his natural position.
That's the thing. I agree. And against West Ham, I actually really like that midfield because we were playing Ødegaard in the 8 and Eze in the 10. Like that, I actually liked it. I know you can't really do that in the big games.
Yeah.
But look, this shouldn't be a massive worry in the same way it was last season, because we have squad depth now. We've got Eze who can play there and is very good.
And you can bring in the people like the Nwanieris to push back in. And
I don't know what this manager has against the Nwaneri, bro. I don't know what it is. The guy doesn't play. Like he would not have played if Ødegaard was still on the pitch, and he didn't even get subbed on for him. Like he plays this ultra attacking lineup. Ødegaard gets injured. You've got Nwanieri right there, who's a great player that you can bring on in that position, but he brings on Zubimendi and just goes back to his old ways. Like, why?
I mean, if you're 2-0 up and a player gets injured.
If we weren't 2-0 up, it was 0-0. It was literally 0-0.
Oh, yeah, but Zubimendi is also a great...
he's quality, and he played very well.
He can attack.
He played very well. It's just more so that
he is an attacking player.
Yeah, he played. He was excellent. I thought he actually had a really good game when he came on.
I think Madueke was a good signing. But
Yeah, again, injuries.
Yeah.
The guy had never gotten injured at Chelsea.
Right.
He comes.
The next game is Man United versus Sunderland. Now, the first thing I want to say about this game.
No, we don't have to go through every Premier League.
No, this is an important. No, this is an important game, right? Because this shows
Big upset.
This whole
Massive
game
upset.
shows is the fact that Sunderland have had some easy fixtures, and I think Sunderland are done now. I really think after watching that game, Sunderland gave them the most space out of any team I've ever seen in my life. I don't think they're that good. And I keep on saying this. I really don't think Sunderland are that good.
Yeah, they're a really promoted team.
No, I understand that, but people are raving on oh, Sunderland will stay up. Sunderland have been so good. They're
going to stay up.
I understand that. I understand they're a mid-table team and they're doing all right, but I don't think they're that good as good as people say.
What do you mean?
They're already staying up.
Where do you think?
They already got the same amount of wins as Southampton did last season.
Where do I think they'll finish?
Yeah.
I think they'll finish 18th.
They're not getting relegated.
Sunderland are not going to get relegated, bro. No, they already got the same amount of wins as Southampton. They just have to get 3 more and they're fine.
This is my genuine. This is what I think is going to happen, right? I think Wolves are going to go down. Yeah, I think Burnley will go down.
Yeah, Burnley will go down. They don't have enough goals.
And then I think there's 2 options. I think either Sunderland or Brentford will go down.
You don't think Leeds are even a
I think we have enough. And we've shown it in this Spurs game and other games. We have enough to push through. We took Bournemouth to the 93rd minute, the 94th minute. No other team has done that this year.
You don't think West Ham's going to get relegated?
We've taken teams to the 94th minute. We've taken teams like Spurs into a difficult end. And Ellen Road's a hard place to play for teams. You come to Ellen Road, we win a lot of those games, right? I really think that Leeds, if we go into January Leeds and they go, let's pick up one striker who can score a goal. If we get one goal scorer, I think that we could easily stay up and we'd be the best out of all of them. Because midfield-wise, I think we're better than Sunderland and Burnley. Defense-wise, I think we're better than Sunderland and Burnley. Attacking-wise, I think that's where we struggle. But I think we can bring that in.
Yeah, fairs. I don't think Leeds. I think Sunderland will be the ones to stay up. But whatever. I want to save the Liverpool game until the end. So I guess we can talk about City now if you want. Oh, Lolpo, what did you make of that game?
I mean, the first half was dominance, just like Arsenal. We had 75 possession. We created so many chances. We should have been 2 or 3-0 up. But then second half is where everything just went horribly. I mean, Rodri came off injured halfway through the first half. That kind of slowed us down. Not really. We still created chances, but second half, we had no shots on target. Brentford had 2 or 3. Donnarumma made that big one-on-one save. I think we were lucky to come out with a.
Honestly, I don't know. I think the biggest outtake from that whole game is that you have a striker now who's not only just there to score goals, who'll actually drop in. Plays the ball between pages.
Now. Haaland is the best he's ever been.
City as a unit. City as a unit. I don't think they're as good as Arsenal when we're at our best and Liverpool when they're at their best. But I genuinely believe Haaland could literally carry Man City to a league title.
This is
if Liverpool continue in this form. If
this is a genuine debate.
Because Liverpool isn't the worry anymore. It's literally Arsenal. Y'all have the best squad depth in the league.
You're being reactionary.
This is the biggest debate.
Four in the league as well.
This is the biggest debate, and I stand by this. By the way, I think that Haaland and Donnarumma together can carry Man City to a title. I think Donnarumma and Haaland, those 2 players, can carry them to a title.
I want the Champions League. I don't want the Premier League.
Donnarumma is, for the last 4 years, has been the most underrated goalkeeper. Everyone talks about.
Don't say that. Ekas is gonna get mad.
Don't do that. Don't make me.
He is.
Donnarumma is the best shot stopper in the world.
Bro, the guy's a bozo. He's actually a bozo.
He's better than Raya. He's better than Raya.
Look, I gave him his flowers last season, but to say he's been underrated over the last 4 years, since he signed for PSG, he's done nothing but make error after error after error.
Let's go back. Let's go back 6 years then. Let's go back to when Donnarumma went into the Euros against England. Or was that 4 years ago? No, 4 years ago.
No. I'm just saying, why are we going so
when did when Donnarumma played in the Euros, right?
He was great in the
Oh,
Euros. He
yes,
signed for
yes.
PSG.
Right.
He was a bozo for 4 years.
And
He had one good season.
he put the whole of England in the bin. He put Saka's penalty into fucking shit nowhere.
That
right?
was 5 years ago.
I don't care. I don't care. Brother, this guy has done everything. He won his team a Euros in a penalty shootout. They then won a Champions League. And
again, I gave him credit for the last season, but from when he signed for PSG until then, he was he was so.
I think underrated. I think underrated is a big word.
Not underrated. He's
like
not underrated.
No. That's what I'm saying. It's a big Josh. I don't necessarily agree with that because everyone knows what he's capable of. I don't think he's overrated either in the past.
No,
I think the last 4 years he's just kind of flown on the radar. Like
after last season, I think Fez, he's fine. But calling him underrated over the last 4 years and he's been a bozo for the majority of that time is crazy.
Okay, no, he wasn't a bozo, dude. He was very good. He was a world class.
He was good,
he just wasn't
he
the best.
Do you know what? Like he's an idiot. Like some of the decision making.
He's
a bozo.
But also to add,
and Pep
he's the best goalkeeper He's the best goalkeeper in the Prem.
He can't kick a ball. Pep wants a ball playing keeper.
No, he doesn't. Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
No, not anymore.
What he wants anymore.
He wants a shot stopper. That's why dude. We had Trafford. Trafford's a great ball playing goalkeeper.
Pep knows that his defenders aren't as good as they used to be, so he wants a shot stopper.
And
that's fair enough. And yes,
they didn't interview.
There wasn't any big takeaways from the City game. Donnarumma had he showed up for us. Haaland is best striker in the league, but.
Haaland's only blanked in one game, and it was the Tottenham game. All season for club and country. He's scored in every other game. Like, bro, what are we actually doing?
He's and it's still crazy to say. I still think he's the second best striker in the world behind Harry Kane.
He's better than Harry Kane.
I don't think he's better. I don't know if he is.
He's not.
Yes,
dude,
he is.
I love the Glaze, but dude, Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
Don't even say Bundesliga tax, bro, because he can do it every.
If Haaland was playing Freiburg and Schalke every week, he would score 60 goals.
He did play them.
No, but this iteration of Haaland, like this.
Okay.
He would score 60 goals.
Yeah, but dude, Kane's getting like hat tricks every other week, bro. Like this guy's
show up in the big games, and then
he does.
When? Or last season?
Last season he showed up versus Chelsea this season, did he not?
Oh, he showed up against Chelsea. Chelsea are terrible. What?
Chelsea just beat
the world champions. They're the world champions.
They're the world champions.
They're the world
champions. Shut up.
Yeah. I think you're just mad at Arsenal couldn't make that tournament. They're the world champions. They beat PSG.
They beat the PSG super team.
Lolpo. I'll be honest with you, bro. They could have played. They could have done 4 Club World Cups and Arsenal still wouldn't have been in it. Oh, wait, 10. Oh, no, wait, 20. Oh, wait, no, 100. Oh, wait, they could have done 1,000 World Cups and Arsenal would never be in it.
How many Premier League seasons have you guys been in the last 20 years?
I think Arteta's been second more times than Leeds have been in the Prem in the last 10 years.
Let's just remember this, guys. When the Premier League first became a thing, a Leeds player joined Man United, and he was literally the whole of the Premier League. Like he was the best player in the Prem. Cantona.
Congratulations, Leeds were relevant 30 years ago.
Okay, all right, we're getting sidetracked here.
You haven't had much in 30 years, mate. Don't calm down.
We've won like 4 league titles in the last 30.
And how many Champions Leagues have you won?
How many have you won?
It doesn't matter.
How many Champions League seasons have you had in the last?
How many Champions Leagues have you won, mate?
None.
Okay, guys, we're getting carried away. Why don't we move on?
You spend more in 1 year than we have in 20.
What was the next big game? You said you wanted to save the Liverpool one for the last?
Newcastle. Or anything else, really?
Newcastle.
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 Oh, actually, I think we could talk on Everton. I want to talk about Grealish. I want to talk about Grealish.
Yeah, true.
Dude, Grealish, I thought he worked hard for it. I thought Pickford had a great game. The game was pretty good. But Grealish, his redemption season, I'm all for it. I think
the Palace unbeaten runs over.
I know.
I've also to be fair, have you guys seen the stat on it? Like the Palace haven't been Everton at home in 19 games. So like Everton at home haven't lost to Palace in 19 games, and Palace have only lost 3 times. They've only lost 3 times in this specific scenario, and all 3 of them were to Everton. Like Everton are just like their big bogey team. They just beat them every time. It doesn't matter
if it's a Goodison Park or the Hill Dickens.
That's crazy.
They still own.
Yeah, I did not know that.
All right, let's get to the big one then.
Also, Echoes, I have a question for you. What's the difference between wolves and a triangle?
What?
A triangle has 3 points.
How many would the Wolves have? 2?
2.
No,
Nah, 2.
One?
Oh yeah, they
They're gonna draw. They're gonna
yeah,
draw.
yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, that's what happens when you lose Cunha. And
He's been
All right,
terrible.
but anyways,
It's the 007. Okay.
well, no, I'm saying that's what United does to a
let's
man.
let's
That's not
move
really
on to the
Cunha's
big
fault.
one, the big result. Chelsea stun Liverpool at the Bridge. What's a beautiful
2-1.
A watch, honestly.
Oh, bro, you know what's the best part about it? Spending 145 million on the German wonder kid who's done nothing in 9 games. Good job,
No,
mate.
look,
What a name.
I mean, first of all, I want to give the props to Esteval. He worked for it, you know.
Steven.
Steval.
Yeah, Steven's
crazy.
Like, he did good, but I will say this, Robertson, what are you doing? How are you letting Stavao go in the last minute?
We've known this about Robertson.
Like, dude, you're an experienced player. Just make the run with him.
Kirkes also
terrible
to add,
defending.
Kirkes might be the worst Premier League left back I've ever seen in my life. He actually looks like a caveman. What is wrong with him?
Hang on, if we actually want to have some real analysis on Liverpool instead of just rage bait and shit on them, I'm down. But if you don't want to, then that's fine.
No, this is real analysis. Kirkes is terrible. Wirtz is terrible. Isak had a great touch into a pass that wasn't even a pass, and somehow he scored.
The rest of the game. He missed a big chance.
All right,
I thought Gakpo. I mean, his goal was a tap in. Yeah, I know his goal was a tap in, but I mean he was there. Salah
was awful.
This is what I keep on saying to you guys, and I've said this for fucking years now, and everyone calls me an idiot. Salah, if you take away the goals, is one of the worst Premier League players ever on this planet.
Okay, but you can't just take away the goals, bro. Like it's like
but if he doesn't score one pen, if he doesn't score a pen or a tap in a game,
it's like saying if you take away saves from Donnarumma, he's terrible because he can't.
No. But Ekes, this is the problem, right? This is why the eye test.
Well, that's a perfect comparison.
This is why the eye test actually means something, right? To a certain extent, because Salah can go score one pen and everyone will be like, "Oh, it's all right, Salah scored a pen, right?" But if you watch him the whole game, he's atrocious. He's not good.
Look, I agree that that's been the case this season.
But last season he do that as well.
No, but it's not true. But he was actually impacting games. Like he was actually creating chances.
No, he was just scoring goals.
Are you talking about last season? Because last season he was their only attacking threat.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, Gakpo was pretty good.
He literally created everything.
Yeah, it was Salah and 11 and 3 more.
Gakpo was on form. And a 2-month spell where Diaz was on form.
Yeah, no, Gakpo had a purple patch, but aside from that, it was literally all Salah.
Gakpo and Diaz both had purple patches.
And dude, but whenever Salah fell off, that's when Liverpool started losing at the end. Last season it was all Salah, but this season
I don't even think the attack is the main problem with Liverpool. It's that midfield because they're good individual players, but they do not work well as a unit. Like for some reason, Arne Slot has given Gravenberch the freedom to roam forward when he's the only midfielder that can sit in front of the defense and actually win the ball. Because McAllister, he's a player that I massively rate. He's been shocking. Like he's been absolutely horrendous this season. The only person in that midfield that's actually been able to that's only been consistent. But Gravenberch has been good, but again, he hasn't been in his proper role. Is Szoboszlai, because Szoboszlai's played everywhere, and he's actually been really, really consistent.
He just presses a lot. He likes to press the ball.
He's actually got some good quality on the ball.
And to be honest with you, and I've said this for a long while now, and this is not just Liverpool now, but this is across like their whole span of the last 10 years. I always say that Van Dijk makes every defender next to him look good. And then you can see that when Van Dijk's not playing good, every defender next to him looks bad. Right? So I don't think Konate was that good. I don't think Joe Gomez was that good. I don't think Joel Matip was that good.
Konate's been awful for this whole season. Konate's been terrible.
Not the whole season.
But what you got to understand, right, is that Konate only plays good when Van Dijk plays good.
Yeah,
it's the only time he plays good.
That's why I've never rated Konate that highly, because we've seen him for France. He's not very good for France ever.
But I tell every Liverpool fan this: that Joel Matip was not that good. Gomez was not that good. None of those defenders were that good. Van Dijk was good, and any defender who plays next to Van Dijk when Van Dijk's playing good looks good because he just defends everything.
Yeah.
Okay, but I also want to. I mean, we have to talk about this too. Chelsea, Caicedo, what a strike, dude!
No, bro, what a game! Caicedo is
what a game.
Best midfielder.
Caicedo was insane. And you know what? Hear me out. I might like y'all might not like it. Lavia is better than Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah, bro, Enzo's terrible.
Dude,
Enzo had a good
dude,
game. Enzo actually had a very good game.
no, he hit a good game,
As the
but Lavia's
pressing,
insane.
as the pressing 10,
Like-
he actually had a good game, but he's not that good. He's a very, very mid player. Lavia plays like 200 minutes a season, and he looks world class. But then he's just injured
every single time.
Every
Last
single
season
time.
as
Yeah,
well,
but
when he played
but
Liverpool.
guys, do you think there's a reason why he looks world class and doesn't play that much? He's probably not fit.
I know,
Like-
that's what I'm saying.
No,
That's what I'm
I
saying.
understand, but I'm just saying.
Like, I think
Lavia's
Lavia
so good.
I think Lavia when he's fit starts for them easily over Enzo Fernandez. It's just that he's always injured.
I mean,
Which,
I
yes,
I
like,
personally think Enzo played very good that game.
No. Enzo was
alright.
great. Enzo was great.
Enzo had he didn't. The thing is, Enzo's a decent player when the onus isn't on him to like try and.
He's an Argentina
control the
merchant. He
game.
shows up for Argentina.
And Enzo, when Chelsea aren't like the clear favorites and they're not on the ball as much, Enzo's got an engine and Enzo presses. So Enzo in those situations is good, but when he actually has to like show his quality on the ball and like his actual proper midfield qualities, he's shit. Like I think Enzo, if you're against a team that's going to have a lot of the ball and you put Enzo as the pressing 10 when Cole Palmer's out, he does well, which is what he did in that game. But as a box crashing number 8, he's shit. Like he's only good at scoring goals, and you can't do that if you're a midfielder. That's what Marino is, and I don't rate Marino. He's a good finisher, but he's terrible at everything else except duels.
Yeah. No, I agree. I also think that like this is just off that game, but just to add for Villa, Marlon was a very good player this week. I don't know if you guys watched him.
Marlon's meaty, but he had a good game.
He had a good game this week, and I just think Ollie Watkins. I think that he had the chance to leave. They had a good price tag on him, and I think he's just slowly killing his value. I haven't seen anything from Ollie Watkins this year at all. I haven't seen any attacking press, pushing press, passing press.
Was there anything else I want to say for the Liverpool game? Oh yeah, I definitely think Caicedo is the best midfielder in the Premier League.
Okay, let me ask you this: how long are you going to give Isak and Wirtz, or mainly Wirtz, before like it gets bad? It gets to a point where
I have to see Wirtz play in a team that isn't completely and utterly disjointed. I need to see that because
I feel you because Liverpool as a whole have been bad. It's not just
like Arne Slot this season he's got no idea what he's doing. Like what he's doing with that defense, playing Kirkes. Like Kirkes was good last season for Bournemouth when he was actually able to overlap and like bomb up and down that touch line. But they've already got Frimpong that does that. And Soberslai as well kind of does that.
I think they need to play. I think they need to play five.
Is they're having Kirkes either in
five in the back,
or they have him tuck into a back 3 when the right wing back goes up, which is so stupid because that is completely misprofiling him.
What I was trying to say is,
if you do have Kirkes go forward, it leaves the rest of the defense completely exposed because they've got two fullbacks that like to go up the pitch. I still do not understand the Frimpong signing. I didn't understand it at the time. I don't think he's that good. And I think he's a completely different player from Trent. And I gave Arne Slot the benefit of the doubt that I think he'll find a way to adapt tactically. And I still think he might. But so far, he has genuinely shown me nothing.
To be honest with you, and
it's all fun and games when Arsenal have all their players injured, when City are absolutely terrible for half the season because they've got their Ballon d'Or winner injured, and you win the Premier League like that. That's all fun and games. But when you actually have to tactically adjust to the signings that you made, you have to show me more. And look, I do still think he can. I still think Liverpool will win the league. I think they'll fix up all their issues and they'll do it. I just think they have enough individual quality that it will work. Yeah. But so far, he's genuinely showed me nothing. Isak, I don't really care because Isak, he's just
good enough. He'll come back.
Like if you actually think that Isak is overrated based off of the few games he's played, where he didn't even have a preseason at all, he's still getting back to.
Well, that was on him though. Like that was completely on him.
But that's got nothing. Whether it's on him or not, it's got nothing to do with the fact that he's not match fit and that he's better than that.
No, I understand, but the thing is, the issue with Isak is that I was hearing Haaland comparisons all day last season, every single day.
It was never better than him.
Everyone was comparing him. Isak
was a better striker.
It's just because they're weirdo football purists that think that because Isak's got more tech, that he's a better striker when Haaland's the best striker in the world. and it's not even close.
I just wanted to add something. I think Liverpool would benefit a lot from playing imagine if you had Liverpool playing Amorim's system. Now hear me out, right? You have the players
Not
from
his
Liverpool.
system, his formation.
His formation. Imagine you have Liverpool players playing his formations with two strikers at the front, right?
That's not his formation. Man.
No, but imagine
Who?
Wait,
or
you
you
have
mean like a second horse?
What you mean
like imagine they sign Gahey, right? You had Gahey as well. You play Canado, Van Dijk, Gahey. You have Van Dijk as your central defender. He's quick. He can hold in. You have these two wider defenders. And then you have Kirkes and Frimpong who can push up the field. And then you have like an Isak at the top. You have like Wirtz sitting up top, sitting high with Szoboszlai or something. And then you have Gravenberch dropping in a little bit. I think that is like the perfect system for that team. And
I don't even think they need a back five. I think they just need to go for a diamond midfield. But if they play a back four with a diamond midfield and then two strikers, I actually think that could work for them.
But also like Wirtz and Frimpong are so used to playing the five in the back system. Like they just both have played it for long, with Xabi Alonso.
Maybe that's why Liverpool were pursuing Gahey as hard as they were. So if they manage to get him in January and play that, I could see Liverpool doing what City have done and just make a late push for the league title and win it.
I think City, to be honest with you, like Echoes, I don't know why, but no matter how hard I look at it, like I really think that you guys have a chance to win, but I just always see you guys bottling it somehow.
Yeah, I know.
It's just always in my head.
The thing is, we have not been that convincing. Like we've had a few good wins. I thought Newcastle. I know we scored
You deserve that win.
We scored a couple of set piece goals, but we were fully deserved of that win.
You guys stood off the breaks, which was like you scored one goal and you didn't.
I need to see us properly break down mid blocks consistently because that's what we struggled to do last season. I need to see us consistently do that, or else I'm not going to back us in for the title. I still think it'll be Liverpool, even though they've started the season badly. I still think they'll fix it all and they'll win it.
They haven't even started badly.
They just disappointed with Slot. It's because I rate him as a coach.
You know what? The one thing that I like to say also about Haaland is that when I watched Haaland in the United game last week or the week before, either one, when I watched Haaland in the United game, every single cross that United threw into the box, Haaland was there to defend it. And he would just head it out every single time.
Yeah,
it's been amazing. He drops
the extra so much passion. Haaland, right? The extra scary thing about Haaland is he was playing in a team that wasn't suited to him as a player. Even during the treble season when Haaland was robbed of the Ballon d'Or, even when he was playing insanely well, he was still not in a team that was suited for him. City were always up in the final third, and he was having to basically.
No. I agree. What Pep did is he added Haaland to that team.
Now City are actually starting to play football that's more suited for Haaland, that's sending in balls in behind, letting him bully defenders. And if we actually get Haaland playing in a team that is fully centered around him,
it's
going to be absolutely scary. He's already smashed how many records? He is going to break every single record imaginable.
Listen, imagine if City played Brentford ball. Brentford ball, throw it out the back and then just pump them long over the top. Imagine Haaland just doing that the whole game.
I think that's where we're finally starting to see Pep adapt again. Because Pep's played the same football ever since he's been at, or not since he's been at City, but for the last 4 years.
His wife's back. He's happy again.
He was the
Bring
real
back his wife. And...
Look, I do think City, I need to see a bit more from City in terms of defensively, they're not very good. And I just don't think that they've got enough to really push for the league. But I just think if Haaland and Donnarumma, as you said, carry them to the league, and I think it's more just based off of Liverpool and Arsenal. I don't think City will. I think if Liverpool and Arsenal play at their best football for a lot of the season, I'm not going to give City a chance. But then if these Liverpool problems continue and then Arsenal don't really continue to keep winning and we maybe get to some of the same issues we had last season, I could see Haaland just carrying City to the league. I actually could.
Yeah, I agree.
I will also say, dude, Rodri's injured again. I don't
think Rodri's going to hit that level again.
No. I mean,
injuries are going to kill him.
He's only 27, so he does have time. But we're rushing
him. That's why I'm comfortable now saying that Caicedo is the best six in the world, and he's the best midfielder in the Premier League.
No, I prefer Rice.
Rice isn't a better player, and he's not even.
You sound like Jamie Carragher. Jamie Carragher said, "They're like, what do you think that?"
Bro, you know how highly I rate Rice, but Caicedo is
Also, just
Another-
a
Dude,
bit
I
off
remember
topic.
when they clowned Chelsea for getting Caicedo for 100 million.
Just also a slightly off topic thing, and this is for all the
He was cheaper
Australian.
than Verts, by the way. Caicedo.
What?
He was cheaper than Verts, by the way.
Yeah,
Oh, I
he
know,
was.
but I mean, where it's
This is just a bit
Well,
off topic.
and you know one thing I do want to actually add about that Liverpool Chelsea game. I think after half, when I think it was when Verts came on, there was a period in the game where the four most expensive signings in Premier League history were all on the pitch at the same time. And in terms of like the spectacle, it was a terrible game. Like I think that's actually pretty embarrassing for the Premier League. The fact that the four most expensive signings in Premier League history were on the pitch, and the game wasn't that good.
the top four? Are you serious?
Yeah. Isaac, Verts, Caicedo, and Enzo are the four most expensive signings in Premier League history.
Yeah.
After Verts came on, they were all on the pitch at the exact same time. And it was
Was Grealish
it
not
wasn't-
worth more than Caicedo? Was that
no. Grealish wasn't
No, Grealish is less than Grealish was like 95 million.
Yeah, whereas all the other ones were
Oh.
the only other player that was 100+ million is Rice.
Just a bit off topic, but this is for any Aussies watching. Congratulations to Brisbane.
Thank you.
In general, they won the AFL. They won the women's rugby league. They won the men's rugby league. They just won everything. So I honestly hate Queenslanders, but congratulations. You also won the what's it called this year? Queensland's up. New South Wales is not up.
Yeah.
Except for the fact the Newcastle Jets won the Australia Cup.
What are y'all talking about? Are y'all talking about football or?
Anyway, let's get back to football. Reece Walsh is the best player in the world. So yeah, I mean, is there anything else we really want to talk about games wise?
No, I mean, we could do our baller of the week.
Yeah, we do the baller and bozo of the week. Everyone names their best player and worst player of the week. I haven't even really thought about this. I'm gonna have to kind of go off the dome a bit.
I'm gonna just say
like, am I
Hoyland. He got 3 goals this week. 2 against. I don't know who was in the Champions League, but he scored against Hanoi. It was a really good goal, and I mean, he's been popping off, man. He has 3 goals and 1 assist this week.
Yes.
Are we saying our best and worst player, like just in general?
Yeah. Oh,
of the week.
What in all football?
Yeah, just
Both of the
all
week.
football you
I don't know. I'm gonna just
Wirtz.
I'm gonna just go Wirtz.
For both.
Under 50 million, and he doesn't show up.
Echoes, you go first, mate.
I completely forgot we did this. Baller of the week.
Think about Champions League as well. That might help you.
there was Champions League too. Bozo of the week, I'm going to go with Leandro Trossard. Champions League and against West Ham. I don't know how this guy keeps starting. He's terrible. He's only good when he comes off the bench and plays 30 minutes and scores a goal. But when he starts games, it's absolutely terrible. So, yeah, I'm going to say Trossard is my Bozo of the week. Awful player. And then Baller of the week.
Just say Haaland. Just make it easy.
Yeah, he carried City against Monaco, scored against Brentford. I'll go Haaland.
Okay.
Fair enough.
My worst player of the week is every player in that Liverpool squad. Like literally every single player in my squad. Those two defenders are terrible. Kirkes is terrible. Salah is terrible. I'll give Szoboszlai a little bit.
Scored. I know that's the only thing he did, but he got the goal. He showed up.
Gakpo was shit.
Isaac made a good touch, and then Gakpo the easiest goal of his life. So honestly, Gakpo terrible as well. And then my best player of the week is the whole Newcastle Jets squad because we won the Australia Cup.
Are you a Newcastle fan?
No, but it's the only New South Wales team to win anything this year.
True.
So I'll fucking
your
take
state
it.
is cooked.
So I'll take it.
That
was a great game, by the way.
Yeah, I mean Heidelberg. How did they even get so
Did
far?
you watch it? Did you watch the Australia Cup?
Yeah, I watched it.
That was really good. Good game.
All right. Well, that was a pretty good video. I think that was a pretty good analysis.
Yeah. I guess we can just end it there then.
All right. Goodbye, guys.
Thanks, Josh, for coming on.
Thank you, Josh, for subbing in for Adam.
If anyone's away for a pod, we've definitely got you in. And I need you to the next time Barcelona lose, I need you to come on with Adam.
Please.
Oh, it'll be content. It'll be content, boys. Don't worry.
I wish Adam was here, bro, so we could have just absolutely drilled Barca.
I know.
I'm actually sick of American Barcelona fans. They just think that like Barcelona are the best in the world at everything. We got the best defender in the world. We got the best keeper in the world. We got the best winger in the world. We got the best striker in the world. And it's like, bro, you got the best position in everywhere on your team in the world, yet you can't win against anyone.
You lost to PSG with their entire front three out, and you got dominated for the entire second.
Yes, the Ballon d'Or player, the best
PSG's
Georgian
B
footballer
team.
of all time.
But anyway, we'll end it there. Thank you guys for listening or watching or whatever. We'll probably be back during the international break. We'll think of some content. He's just gone. We'll think of some content to do. But yeah, see you guys.
Thank you guys. See you later.